The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you get the Dow Industrials up 43, Nasdaq's up 6, S&Ps are up 2.5. You get a little shot burst at the open out here, folks, and we'll see how this market is going to react to that first burst. Bottom line is that only went up to ice. That's when this baby is shaken out. If we go over to the E-minis first and we take a look at it, what you're going to see here, deviance in the marketplace, we have it all. We have it in spades. The E-minis this morning, they hit the 9.0 mark. The 9.325 mark is actually where it gapped down from 2 days ago. Little juice there. You go. You definitely got a little juice, but I expect what you're going to see is you're going to back right down. Why? Because when you can't take a swing point out, bottom line, that's where the market talks, walks, and squawks. The S&Ps, the Nasdaq, they all had low prices with expanded volume. What that sets up is another test of the low. If we go over to the Dow Industrials, the diamonds, what was really interesting about the diamonds broke it, and broke it with volume. You know, the swing point on the diamonds was 177.20. We had 4.7 million. We got into 177.11 with 5.5. So bottom line, that's saying, guess what? We're building cause in order to break into the March 26 low inside the Dow, which is 175.46. Inside the Dow out here today, the leaders versus the laggards, this is what we have. United Health is up 253. You got Procter & Gamble at 62. That's a dead cat bounce. Coke is a dead cat bounce, up 33. And we get Travelers up 61. Taken away from it, on the way down, you get Caterpillar down 61 cents at 86. GE is off 9 cents. You get Chevron down 27. And Pfizer is off 8. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have happening there? The index itself is up 4.2. The leaders are Microsoft. That's up. Microsoft. No. Monster Beverage is up $4.82. You have Netflix up $10.97. Garmin's up 60 cents. And Alexa Pharmaceutical is up $1.83. Now, taking it away from it on the way down, Mylan Pharmaceutical is off $1.50. You have Micron Tech. That continues lower, down 26 cents. American Airlines is just a crash and burn type of situation. That's no, I won't say that. American Airlines is in bad shape, down 41 cents at 39.66. And you got Cognizant Technology off 44. If we do go over to the NQs again for a second and watch this setup, someone just threw some contracts at the NQs in the future market. This is going to be a nice little head up, and this is why. It's not that the huge amount of contracts actually got thrown at it, but what happened is that there's no bidders. When you see something go from, basically positive to negative in a heartbeat, which just happened, by the way, okay? And we went from 44 to 36. Not that that's a huge move. What that showed, though, as I'm speaking here, there's no one on the bid side, okay? They just blew right through it. So I suspect within another 2 minutes, what you're going to see is that the NQs are going to be down to 24. We're at 32 right now. That's going to be a major fail all around. Why? Because what ends up happening, as folks come in the market, they get excited. They think the market's going to pop topside again, and all of a sudden they buy the baby, and then someone's on the other side of them and give it to them in a big way. If we look at the Qs themselves, the Qs themselves, the first swing point that you can expect we're going to be into is 99, 107.99. Right now we're at 108.15. We take a look at the SPY. What you have with the SPY is this. The SPY right now is setting up. It's a 209.07. That's coming in fast and furious. You're going to see a major failure out here once again on all the indices. Over in Germany, what we had out here is this. The DAX had come down. That rejected lower price earlier. I suspect what you're going to see out here intraday. Let's just see how she's trading. The volatility is going to be out here in spades all over the place, folks. But you have, oh, I see. So the DAX came all the way back to where it gapped down from yesterday also. You know, we'll see whether it can hold those levels, but that's where it has done thus far. If we go over to the dollar, let's take a look at the dollar index. What we have with the dollar cannot handle higher price right now. Intraday, what we have is that you had we have a high volume low right now that occurred at 0300 this morning. That little baby is going to get tested again. You know, the dollar, when it sparked higher this morning at 0830, we went to 95.50. What that was doing is this. So check this out. You're up on 1,700 contracts. That 1,700 contracts was going against 4,085 contracts on the way down on the 12th at 10:30. Volatility, yeah, spades. Now let's go over to gold, because what that's saying, dollar to me, is that the dollar is not going to hold. Gold, they whacked gold down this morning. They got it to 75. We're at 78 right now. And so let's see what we get set up here. Okay, so the way this is going to be a trip, man, because the way this is set up is that, let's just see. Yeah, it's set up that, okay, so when they hit gold this morning, your swing point on gold is at 71. First off, they couldn't get it to 71. What they did do is that we got it to 75.40, and we have some juice at 75.40. So what that sets up is this. We're at 78. I suspect what you're going to do, you're going to push into, more than likely, the 75, 76 again. Once again, it'll test that area. You know, we'll see whether it gets the juice. The positive deal is that they didn't get it to swing point. The negative deal thus far is that they did get volume on the way down, and that level there will get tested before, well, it doesn't have to get tested before you get to higher price. But what does happen is that even intraday, it has to get tested. This equity, holy cow, Avalanche Biotech, you talk about a blow up. Like this is down 50% in one day. What the heck is this, man? So this stock has just gone one way from $62 right now. You're down at 19. You know, it looks like an equity that's going to go out of business. Not sure what we can pull that news up later. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of these markets, oh yeah, let's go look at the IBB, because the IBB, folks, is the only major index that hasn't rolled. Oh, it looks ready. Oh, man. It's looking ready for a while, though, too. That's the other side of it. But the IBB out here today, yeah, it gets to 365.54. You're at 361. Let's go see what Gilead looks like, because Gilead is the largest weighting structure inside that baby. Oh, that's a good setup. Okay. So Gilead got to a higher high out here, almost hit the high today. It's trying to get to a higher high, has rejected higher price thus far. Oh, I see what it's doing, too. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so Gilead, when Gilead had come down, yeah, you got to sell it. Look at that. That seller's laying out there. So Gilead at 15.50 on the 11th. It was trading at 118.95, and and that's where that sell was. Interesting. So that's where the seller is. The seller's laying out there at 118.85. When we went up this morning, we got right to 118.75. It gives off from that point. Oh, this is interesting. So that IBB, well, actually, let's go look at Amgen, AMGN. Amgen and Biogen are rolling really nice. Amgen's still down, BIIB. Biogen also wants the dramatically lower price. So both of those, let's go see what Celgene, CELG, is doing. Celgene, same setup. So those are three major biotechs that do want lower price. We'll see when that roll takes place. Some of the Dow stocks, so there she is. The E-minis just gave it all up. So if we go over to, when I say gave it all up, they gave up the burst that was higher. That burst that was higher this morning. Let's pull this up. Okay, so on the E-minis, the burst started at the 80 point and went to 90. Right now we're at 84 again, and you're coming into this with some juice on the way down. So you're gonna see, as we move through the trading day out here, folks, there's going to be more pressure on the markets. We go over to the bond market. There's not a lot of movement in the bond market, but I expect you're going to see out there, you're going to see that failure once again come into the bond market. Some of the Dow stocks that we have happening, You got Big Blue is up 36 cents. Citigroup is down 16. Walmart is up 28. You got Honeywell up 17. Caterpillar is off 74. Let's go look at Caterpillar and see what Caterpillar is looking like. Okay, so Caterpillar is trading 86.37. You've made one bottom. Yeah, Caterpillar is going to, looks like it's going to test this 83.09. We put this on a monthly. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, don't touch the Caterpillar. Caterpillar is trying to test, well, 79.81. We've tested it once, but what it's actually doing, where the big high volume numbers are October of 2011. That October of 2011 is a big number because we have tested it once and it was a good test, meaning you came down to the bottom, you did it with lighter volume, but you had an acceleration of volume, and we actually didn't get to the price point. The price point is 67.54. So that price point is important to keep your head wrapped around when you have something down like that. After that you went higher and you had no volume on the way up. See, when we come down, you come down with 241 million on a week, on a monthly. We go back topside with 118 million, and then you tested that with 81 million. You know, each and every time that you got up to higher price, bottom line, no buyers. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. You can expect high volatility out here today. You got a little trading in the paradise going on, whether you're a bull or a bear. Dow right now is up 25. Nasdaq is flat. S&Ps are also flat. We're going to be right back.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. We have the Dow up 32, Nasdaq's flat, S&Ps are up 2 points right now. We're going to do a little bisecting and dissecting. We'll first go over to the iron ore market, and we're going to look at Vale, V-A-L-E. So Vale, folks, is one of the largest iron ore producers out here. It's trading at $6.37. The high for the year is $15.45. Let's take a look at this. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so if you don't own it, yeah, it's a buy in here. What you have is this. Valley came off the lows in April. You know, we went from a price point of $5.80 up to $9.14. You had a wide price spread. You had accelerated volume. You had all of the above. And this is when you get an expansion like this, by the way, okay, you have to basically look at these actions and say, okay, is it an ABC structure on the way up? Stocks don't go from $5.45 up to $9 overnight. This did it in 7 days. So if you're in it, you take your bread. You're not in it, you sit there and wait for the pullback, okay? We get the pullback. The pullback goes all the way from $9.14 down to $6.30. Now watch this. That's on the daily. We're going to put this on the weekly, and you'll see how the setup comes in. Okay, so put it on a weekly. We put on a weekly, what you have is that when you broke topside the week of the 20th, we went topside with 227 million shares. You got to a higher high the next week, and that higher high was 274 million shares. You got the higher high the next week, that higher high was 250 million, I think. Yeah, 250 million. So you can see that charge forward was great. Okay, so now what do? Now you back down. When we backed down and we came into the low that was established the week of the 25th, we hit that baby with 116 million shares. Right now, what we're doing is that we are going to be at, let's see, 116. Today's Tuesday. You did 27 million yesterday. So you're dealing with, yeah, today's only Tuesday. So you're dealing with 2 days. What I would do is this. The actual buy on this, you know, gets down to 603 because 603 is right where it broke topside from, and the gap is at 597. So if you don't own it right now, I would let it get into this bar because that bar right there is going to get tested. Now, the way where I'm coming from here is that when we did the monthly, it was 116 million. Rather, the weekly, 116 million. Thus far, it looks to me like you're going to get into that level with higher volume. So watch this setup, folks, because this is pretty cool. When you're doing the test, the test, even when we came down the first time, you came down with 31 million on the daily. Well, you're going into 57 million. You know, so that's the bar that you're going into. But what I like to do is this. If you want your probability to go higher, what you do is that you look at the test, the first test. The first test that was done on the June 1st. What you're looking for is a test of that test with even lighter volume. It's not So if you get that, that's even a much better test that, guess what? That baby is rejecting lower price, wants higher price, all of the above. Okay, so bottom line is that's a good little setup. If we go over and we take it, look at a couple of the gold and silver equities that traded with wide price spread, accelerated volume yesterday, what you have is that you have Pan American Silver. Nice setup right now. It's just backing down with dramatically lighter volume. Yesterday we went topside with 4.3 million shares. You're going sideways today with 511,000. And 511,000 still is a lot of shares right now at this particular point. But that is building cause to get up and into the 1044 area. We look at First Majestic. First Majestic trades under the symbol AG. Same type of setup. First Majestic did go topside. Had the wide price spread, had the accelerated volume. You're also going sideways out here today with light volume. If we go take a look at, there she goes right here, 1 second. We had a question about GLD. So the GLD, and this is really interesting, folks, because the GLD trades at 10% of the price of gold. The volume characteristic on the GLD has been really neat for a long period of time. The buyers are in the GLD. We have a high volume spike that was established on June 1st. That high volume spike is at 115.50. This is building cause to get all the way up to this 117.88. That, in fact, is saying that gold is going topside, dollar is going downtown. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. Be coming right back. Dow is up 32. NASDAQ is up 1. S&Ps are up $1.50. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. TFNN.com.
TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up for 30. You get the NASDAQ, S&Ps. They are both flat out there. And we take a look at that market. Let's go bring... There she is. Okay, so we'll bring the XLF up. We take a look at those financials. Financials right now, folks, are trading at a price point of $24.95. They had got over their highs. The high that we're talking about here, the last 6-month high was 25.14. It spiked the high, and it spiked the high on the 11th. Now, this is amazing. It's got to get like 3 more points, 3 more pennies, rather. So what I expect you're going to see out here is this. When we spike that high, the low of that high is $25.06. That's probably going to get tested. You know, hasn't happened yet. We missed it by 3 pennies today, but I expect that one's going to get tested. The longer that it stays underneath now the 25.14, that's saying, hey, guess what? Can't bust it up. And it's been trying to bust it up for long periods of time. That had set up that a failure inside the financials, and the financials have held up well. We go over to the oil and gas, the XLE, different ballgame. The XLE, we've been building cars now for 2.5 weeks. That's down from 83.65. That's building cars to get into this $75 area. The transports. We go take a look at the transports. This is the move. Well, this is what you absolutely want to keep your eye on. This is why. So picture this, folks. The transports themselves are down dramatically. We are down, and we're down. The transports made a high in December of 2014. Now, that sounds hard to believe because, you know, we're in June of 2015, right? And the market's still held up, yet the transports haven't. Okay. That being said, what the transports have done is this. They went a one-way stop down to 82.56. We know that the October 14th week of 2014, it has a high volume low. We're 100 points away from that right now. Let me see. It's not even 100 because this thing is making its move right now to go see whether it can break the swing point that was established in May 29th. Now, the high of that low is 169. Okay, so right now we're 40. That's we're 40, 140. We're 170 points away from it. What the transports are doing today, however, is this. They are hammering on that bottom. And I suspect, let me go look at a few of them, that it's gonna go after it. That's number one. The real key is going to be, does it break it? UNP. Delta wants to go lower. Delta has a high volume swing point. UNP, it's dramatically lower at 125 to 100. It's not pushing on the bottom as the transports are and as Delta is. Bottom line, though, it's a heads up. It's a huge heads up. Why? Because you break that bottom, and those transports, number one, will take a next leg down. Number one, the transports themselves, when you actually look at the transports, we are in, let me just see this for a second. So we went from 1,000 points. Yeah, you're almost in a you're in a major bear market in the transports. We're down already 9. Is it 9, 700? Well, no, that's only still 10%. 1 second, hold it. Let me make sure that's right. No, it's not 10. Okay, so we got 9,300. No, you're down 1,000 points. You're down about 12% thus far. But what you have, it's going to be how we hit that October 15th level. That's where the whole thing is shaking out, and it's going there. Now, what you have is that you really don't have a lot of support at that level if it doesn't hold, because if that doesn't hold there, the transports are going to be like the 6,600. You're going to be kidding me. It's like, what is the number? Why are the transports acting so poorly? The oil market, let's go over to the actual physical oil market. Not much movement out there today inside the oil market. It's hanging right there at 60. We put this inside a 10-minute bar and take a look and see what we're doing. Yeah, okay, so on a 10-minute bar, it's building cause to get to 59.88. It couldn't handle the last 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes, what we did, we try to push into higher price each and every time. Yeah, there she is. Okay, so we try to push into higher price at 940 this morning with 5,500 contracts. We just tested that with, let's see how many minutes we got. So you're on 9 minutes. Yeah, that was the test. So check this out. If you don't get a close at over 59.91 and we're at 82, that is saying that, yeah, we just tested it, and now what we did have is at 0900 this morning, that's a high volume swing low that was established out there at 59.42. So that's, we're saying we're in a very tight range, but it wants to go push into the lower end of that range. We go over and we take a look at Ranggold Resources. Ranggold Resources is a good equity, actually a better one. Let's look at FNV. Well, two different things. FNV is a great equity to look at in the context of where the gold contract wants to go. So Franco-Nevada out here this morning. You had some price spread yesterday. It's holding price. They're all doing about the same. You'd like to see some follow-through here. Franco-Nevada right now, no big deal. Ranggold Resources. Okay, so I like what Ranggold's doing. Now check out what Ranggold's doing. Ranggold has just come off 72.91. You're at 70.31. You're backing into where the strength was at 70.26. So Ranggold, G-O-L-D, I'd like to see it hold the 70.26 area. We've hit 70.27. This is wild. Because the volume's going to be a little heavy today. And the indices themselves, it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, because what we did do yesterday is that you had that test. The test was on volume on the way down. What that sets up is that you're going to get another test at that low. If we go over to the DAX, what the DAX and the FTSE did do is that when it broke the lows yesterday, it did break them with lighter volume. The DAX yesterday, what we had is that, let's see, you're coming in with 88 million shares versus 102. I suspect it's going to be, it broke those today inside, but you're going to have lighter volume, and we'll see whether they get a rejection or lower price. The FTSE out here today did break it yesterday. That also broke it with lighter volume in this morning. So your characteristic there was 707. Yeah, I did 621. No. Yeah, no, you did 575. So that basically also is setting up, if in fact the FTSE gets back inside 67.36, which is only 30 points away from where we are, let's say you're going to get a bounce out here. The Dow, is up 49. The S&Ps can't get any traction. Inside the S&Ps, there's a lot of weak stocks, and the breadth-wise, there's so many weak stocks, it's unbelievable. If you get a chance that listen to our man, Mr. John Logan, every day kicking us off at 8 o'clock in the morning, you get a huge heads up of what to be looking for during the day. The S&P right now, absolutely zero. That seller is sitting right there at the 209.83 area. And you talk about pushing it out. And that was pushed out yesterday in a dramatic way, too, by the way, folks, okay? It was just pushed right out. The Qs, well, let's go to the small caps, because the IWM, that little baby was hanging at highs. Yeah, it's still hanging at highs. Oh, I like the setup now, though. So IWM, yesterday you come down 30 million shares. How we go up today is going to be a big number. You know, if in fact it can't get the price traction. Because what you have had with the IWM is this. It hasn't tested its high yet. And the IWM had every right to test that high on the 10th of June. The high that we're talking about is 127.13. We got to 126.54, but dramatically lighter volume, 17 million shares. Then we come off that with 36 million. This is the area that we're testing today. This would be beautiful. So check this out. This would be really cool, folks. We're at 125.61. You close under 125.54. That would set up a major failure. The reason being is that that day, the 11th, was testing the actual high of April 15th. It couldn't handle it. You went down yesterday with volume. You're going up today testing it. I just let it play out the rest of the day, see if the volume characteristic is right, see if the price is right. But if you have that laid up, that's going to be a major heads up, because that would be saying that the small caps can't make it. The small caps will start rolling, and you know the bottom line is that the small caps are the strongest right now, and it's the IBB. It's the IBB and the small caps thus far that is keeping this market not externally but internally. Dow Industrials, you know, when you look at the Dow, the bottom line is that Dow is trading back where we were trading 6 months ago. You know, so what the market, you know, well what investors are going to start realizing. Well, actually, let's put this back and see how far I go back. Yeah, so we're trading in November of 2014. That's on the Dow. On the cash S&P, which is the best it's the best indice to look at the actual where you are. We are trading right now at a price point of where we were in December of 2014. We're at the exact same level. Actually, the high of December 14th was 92, and right now we're at 86. So that's saying the same deal, that distribution is not only up here, has been up here for a long period of time, and what does happen is that the longer that distribution takes place at highs, the higher that the fall can come in. And what that's all about, folks, is this. It's funds moving product out. So they keep moving product out. And when you have expansions on the way up, what ends up happening, people take their profits, but on the dips, you have large funds coming back in, supporting their positions. When you have distribution at high with light volume, which we have, you have funds pushing product out. As the market starts coming back down, guess what? There's no one there on the bid side to support the stocks. Why? Because the funds are out of the equity. They could care less. Or if it's a hedge fund instead of just a mutual fund, what happens with a hedge fund is that they can sell their position, then start selling into the equity, pushing the momentum lower. And the bottom line is it's not that they're pushing the market around. It's just that they've got everything they want out of the equity. Fundamentally, they're looking at it and say, okay, I either want out. Sometimes fundamentally they say, I not only want out, I think now I've got everything out of it. I want to expand it. I want to take it south. So we'll see, you know, basically on the next, every downdraft, the volume has expanded dramatically. Right now what you have is that the NASDAQ continues to have expansions of volume. So this is going to be wild watching the NASDAQ shake out, because the NASDAQ, all the NASDAQ did out here this morning is filled a gap that from the gap away last night. And it's not that that's a big deal. You know, the NASDAQ got to 44 today. 43.23 was the gap. And right now we're at 34. You know, so the way that little baby is set up is that as we move through this day, surprises from Greece, yeah, more than likely we're going to get them. Is it going to matter? It's going to matter intraday for a short period of time. The market has shown that there's more sellers than there are buyers right now. bottom line, when you have more sellers than you have buyers, what does that set up? Well, that sets up lower prices. And those lower prices, by the way, if you were watching Logan's show this morning, his breadth statistics, there were lower breadth statistics, folks, all over the world, not just in the United States. The only breadth statistic that was still in the positive was Shanghai. And bottom line, Shanghai came down 3% last night, but Shanghai can, yeah, I'll show you this. Shanghai can go down 3% and up 5% in about 2 seconds flat. We were down 3.7%, 3.47% last night. If we take a look at this, okay, so we're at 48.87. Yeah, that thing's not done yet. That's that. Don't shot to Shanghai yet, folks. You know what you do have? You have the first get-go down with juice, and that was on the 28th. But then what you did, you came right back up into this 51.46. That also had some good juice to the top side. So the way this baby is still set up is that you're going to get more test in the future. Will it be a great shot? Yeah, at some point, I'm sure it will. Let's get a Victor in Paramus, New Jersey. Hey, Victor, what's going on?
Not much. I was wondering, FCX, is that tradable, or you think you bottom out?
It's tradable, and I'd buy it. I own it. It's tradable, and I'd buy it. Yeah.
Aren't there still some gaps in 2009 it has to close?
Yeah, you can stay right. You can stay there. Let's quick break, and I'll come back with you. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow Industrials right now are up 53. Nasdaq's up 4. S&Ps are up 3.5. You stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now up 40. You get the Nasdaq up 2. S&Ps are flat out here. And inside the Dow, let's go first. Take a look at see where that strength is. The strength right now is at United Health, UNH. We pull up UNH. We take a look at it. United Health, we're at 121.57. Put this on. Look at this setup. Interesting. Okay, so on a weekly setup. Yeah, so check this out. This is pretty wild. On a weekly setup, folks, 119 to 111 was the first leg down. Let's go to the monthly. So on a monthly, yeah, it doesn't have the juice. Okay, so the reason for all of these, well, fundamental reason for all of these, not all of them, but many of these healthcare stocks to get pushed higher has to do with takeovers, okay? The one's taking over the other all over the place. If we go to Anthem, ANTM. That being said, however, you're going to have winners and losers out here. So if we put this on a weekly, this is going to be a winner. Interesting. Okay. So if you put ANTM, that looks like an ABC structure on the way up versus Humana, United Health just doesn't have it. So I see, and that's pretty cool when you actually look at that, because what very well could happen there is that you have one equity, meaning this one here, would be trying to take over another one. No, someone would be trying to take this one over, because what's happening here is that this has a high volume spike on the way up. United Health has one even on the way down, but here's where the argument would come in, is that, okay, if United Health goes after Anthem, higher price for that, lower price for Anthem. Let's go take a look at Humana, see what Humana's doing. Whoa. So someone already tried to take this one over. Humana, this could, so check this out. Humana went from a price point of 176 to 219. This is making its way all the way back into the 174 area. Yesterday, we came down with volume. That's a setup for coming back to where this whole thing started from. And I suspect this must, more than likely, was either a rumor. Let's see. Well, we can't do it quick enough, but this is interesting. When I just pulled this up, it says, Anthem is also said to be considering a bid for Humana. Now, when we pulled that baby up. It looks to me like United Health is going to be the bidder out there. United Health wants to lose volume. Anonym looks like it has value on the top side out here. Volume-wise, what we have out here today, folks, what you're going to see, NYSE still is weak volume. The NASDAQ, however, they're unloading on this NASDAQ. And it's really wild because we really have a flat market in the NASDAQ, but they're unloading shares. All day yesterday, as we moved lower, we had a higher volume in the NASDAQ. Now, the NYSE, they came in and sold that thing at the close because what we did have is that the indices and the ETF structures went into the June 9th swing low. It did it with volume. We haven't tested that area. So what you have is that you're building cause to get into that area. And, of course, the wild card is that October high volume swing low from 2014. Many of the equities have already done it. The transports are only $100 away from it. Bottom line, that's where we're going. Get your stops in, folks. Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. You have when it's a great day, safe day. Look forward to speaking this afternoon, folks. Wow! Go get them.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.